Hello everyone, this is KaylinDai and welcome to part 1 of ASP.NET MVC tutorial for the beginners. I have partitioned this video into two sections, section 1 and section 2. Section 1 is very important from the interview point of view. In section 1 we will be learning about what is ASP, what is ASP.NET and what is MVC. In section 2 we will be creating our first application. ASP, Active Server Pages, are also known as classic ASP and are used for creating dynamic and user-friendly web pages. These web pages are created by using VB script, JavaScript, etc. But ASP.NET, it is a part of .NET framework. We can create ASP.NET applications in most of the .NET compatible languages such as Visual Basic, C#, and J#. So it compiles the web pages and provide much better performance than the scripting language such as VB script. So if anyone asks you difference between ASP and ASP.NET, remember one thing: ASP is interpreted, whereas ASP.NET is compiled. Now let's learn the very basics of MVC. So before you create your first application, it is very necessary for you to learn about these three things: model, view, and controller. Forget about all these things like app data, app start. Just look at these three things: model, view, and controller. MVC is an architectural pattern which separates the representation from the user interaction. The view is responsible for the look and feel. Model represents the real-world objects and provides data to the view. The controller is responsible for taking the end-user request and loading the appropriate model and view. So we are going to create our first MVC application. So first click Ctrl plus Shift plus N or go to File and create a new project. This screen appears. Just press ASP.NET application and you can give name to your project as you want. Press OK and then this screen appears. Here you get several lists like empty web forms, MVC, web API, but it's MVC in our purpose. Press MVC and proceed. So from section 1 we have already got a little bit knowledge about model, view, and controller. So let's look at the controller folder. We can already see some preloaded items like account controller and home controller. In fact, controllers can be added. For instance, let me create a new controller. Right click on the controller, add controller, and type student controller. Don't confuse yourself by seeing these scaffolding things. We'll learn all these things in the later part of the MVC session in detail. What we need to know is when we add a controller, by default these cores are preloaded. And what I also anticipate from the viewers is that they have got a basic knowledge of C#. Here public denotes the SS modifier, student controller is the class name, controller is the parent or base class, and the student is the child class. Here action result is returning the view. We'll learn all about these action methods in the upcoming classes, so you don't need to worry about these. Let's simply create a method, public string getName. So for this we need to give a return type as a string. So we'll write return hello, I am Ram. So this is a simple method. We need to know that the controller job is to handle the request. So we will learn how to get this method accessed. So we simply click on the Firefox button on the top just below the debug button and our browser will appear. We need to navigate on this very portion of the student controller. Always remember the controller name we work on. Here our controller name is student. When we open the browser, we will see localhost and the port number preloaded in the URL. So to access the action result in our controller, we have to give a path of action result via the controller, that is localhost / controller name / action method name. Here our controller name is student and our action method name is getName. So we'll write student / getName and let's enter and we'll get the desired result. Again, I want to create one more action method like public string getEmail and I'll pass some parameters. And I'll return my email is email.toOffer. Now let's run this code. So what should I do to get to this very person? It's similar to the method that we tried previously with a little bit of change. Like first we'll write the controller name student, then we'll provide the action method name getEmail, then we'll give question mark and we will provide the email parameter as email equals to ram@gmail.com. Now let's press enter and this is what you'll see. Now let me add one more action method, public string get values, and I'll assign or I'll provide two parameters to this action method, and I'll return my name is name.toUpper and my email is email. For this, the previous techniques are same. First, controller name, get student, then action result, which is get values, then we'll give a question mark. Now we'll write name equals to suppose Sima Suedi and email equals to madgirl@gmail.com. So what you are seeing is a query string and its pattern starts with a question mark. Now let's press enter. I showed you all these things just to demonstrate how the controller handles the user request. The things that you need to take note of is action methods are always public. Methods could be private, public, or protected. But if private, it doesn't become an action method. Second important thing is when I created a student controller, it already has created a folder named student inside the views. So we are done with the basics of controller. So let's learn how to create a view. Firstly, I'll create one more action method inside the student controller. Public action, or let me put view result. This will return the view. Let me give account method name as demo. So let's return the view. What I showed previously wasn't the view. So to create a view, I need to right click and check and click on add view. It will show the same action method name as demo by default, and it is written to use layout. For the beginners, I request you not to put any extra burden in your head by thinking about layout things. We will have 4 to 5 episodes of separate uh, lessons to learn the layout. So simply click on the layout for now and add, and this is what you will see. So simply in place of demo, I'll write hello guys, how are you? So to access the demo, we type localhost port name /student/demo, and this is what you will see. So let me add some things in the views and give you the general knowledge of HTML related things. So let me create a pure HTML text box as input type equals to text, placeholder equals to enter your name, id equals to name, and so let me refresh it and we'll see what appears. So you can write anything here, and you still might be thinking what actually is a view. View is nothing but it is related to UI. It is related to the things that is seen by the end users, which is inclusive of several HTML and CSS code. So today we learned how to create controllers, how to create views from the controllers, etc. In next episode we'll learn about menu display and bootstrap. Thank you for watching.